The story we've been following for months now has come to its end, and it's only natural for us to honor its ending by summing up the last two episodes. And oh boy, is there a lot to sum up. Welcome back guys, in today's video we're going to go through episodes 15 and 16 of The King, Eternal Monarch, K-Drama. Let's get right into it. Ta-ul didn't bleed to death. She ended up being taken to a hospital where she recovered enough to capture Luna. She also found out about Luna's health condition and seems like the two created some type of a bond. Her already very existing bond with the king got even stronger after he finally managed to come back from the past. The two were reunited and we got to enjoy a bunch of cute caring for my injured girlfriend scenes at the hospital. Talking about reunions, both the king and Detective Shinji finally met their mothers. Shinji was taken to the kingdom by Lee-gun where he met his biological mother, but this wasn't really a heartwarming reunion. And the king met his mother's counterpart, who will later finally succeed in freeing herself from Lilim by drinking poison and ending her life. Too many people died, the world is on the brink of stopping forever. The king knew he had to do something, so he decided to go back to the Night of the Treason again and kill the traitor, even if that meant letting his younger self die and erasing everyone's current memories. Obviously, no one was thrilled about this plan. It meant that everyone will lose their memories of the people from the other world, including the king and the officer, but there was no other solution. The officer was the one who took the hardest hit. She was broken, but holding on to the king's promise that he'll come back to her after everything is sorted out. The king, Detective Shinji, and Captain Joe captured the traitor in the Republic. Everyone said their farewells and Lee-gun went back in time for the second time. But this time he wasn't alone. Captain Joe went with him, his main objective being to protect the king's younger self. From that point onwards, the past started to change drastically. When Pashijok wasn't cut in half and the king finally managed to catch up to the on-run traitor and kill him in the bamboo forest. Because of that, the Lilim from 2020 disappeared, though he was already sentenced to death by the officer who brought him to the No One's Land and took it upon herself to end him if the king fails his mission. The No One's Land space thingy started crumbling, and with Lilim dead, the people that switched universes started disappearing from everyone's lives and were now living in their true worlds like nothing happened. Instead of meeting Lilim that time when Detective Shinji and his mother almost committed suicide, they met the good uncle and Shinji went on to become an officer in the kingdom. Luna was kind of adopted into the Prime Minister Ku's family. I know this one was the craziest change. After she tried to steal from the Prime Minister Ku's mother, who kindly gave her money and fed her in return, that kindness made Luna switch sides and become a police officer as well. She is working under the new Detective Shinji, and am I the only one seeing some chemistry there? I hope I'm not, because Shinji did confess his feelings to the officer before all of this madness, but she was obviously in love with the king and he was obviously rejected. So I felt so bad for him. Back to the Prime Minister, she ended up in jail for stealing from people's taxes as a chairwoman and seems to be the only one facing a glow down in this whole everyone got a new life situation. The new Prime Minister is the king's former secretary. Also, the king's counterpart wasn't killed because there was no Lilim to kill him, so he ended up growing up looking just like the king. Not everything changed though. The officer got back to her usual life, though Detective Shinji now didn't exist in the Republic, and the weird thing is, unlike everyone else, she didn't lose her memories. So she was still waiting for the king to come back to her. Which he did. He was traveling through hundreds of different parallel universes trying to find his young Ta-ul, and when he did, well, this reunion is the one we could call heartwarming. The two knew they could make the whole scenario of chaos repeat and that they couldn't be together in their worlds. So they decided to be together in every other world instead. They lived their normal lives during the weekdays and traveled through the portal to random points in time on the weekends, enjoying every moment they spent together. At the end of the last episode, they did accidentally end up in the present Kingdom of Korea. The head court lady did meet the officer again, and we did find out that Captain Joe has a love story of his own. After this melodrama-esque kissing scene, the officer went back to her world and the two continued their trips on the weekends. deciding to love the fate that chose them for today and forever. The end. Now that this show ended, I'm curious to know your final thoughts on it, so be sure to leave them down in the comments. I tend to be the emotional type, so I'm quite sad that we're saying our goodbyes to the cast and the Eternal Monarch altogether. This show really grew on me. But worry not, folks, there are plenty of other dramas where we can watch these actors, and the new K-drama season is coming up soon, so be sure to stay tuned for some new recommendations and drama reviews on our channel. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. Before you go, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe down below for more K and C related content. Till next time, bye!